tu mi basterai, solo tu mi basterai, solo tu mio Dio, solo tu.
Dear friends, would you like to know who is my icon in following Jesus as his disciples? It is none other than Saint Mother Scholastica. She entered the religious life in July 1922 in Alba, Italy. Blessed James Alberione, the founder of the Pillar family, set her aside to begin a new congregation wholly dedicated to Eucharistic Master. Thus, this pure and holy soul became the first sister disciples and mother of the disciples of the Divine Master. She was a fervent and strong woman, fired with love for Jesus. She has no diplomas or degrees, but her great passion for Christ the Master, whom she loved so ardently, was parallel to that of St. Paul. That is why she is my heroine, because I see in her the female version of St. Paul the Apostle. Like St. Paul, she too had gone through great trials, difficulties, and sufferings for the sake of Christ the Master, whom she loved so much. I am reminded of an incident that it happened in the year 1946, when the Sacred Congregation refused to give approval to the sister disciples of the Divine Master. Mother Scholastica, with the strength of her conviction, went all alone to the Sacred Congregation in the absence of the founder to request for the approval of the congregation. For this, she was considered imbalanced, impulsive, a woman without criteria, out of control, stubborn, unreasonable, a rebellious spirit. Then later on, she was sent to exile by the Sacred Congregation. After a few days in exile, she wrote to her spiritual director in this verse: I thank Jesus for all that he has disposed, since everything is for my greater good. I offer to him everything in reparation for my sins, and especially for my great pride. I pardon the ones who brought this punishment upon me. She continues, I give thanks to the Lord that through this trial I can offer myself more fully as a victim and host, and I live this total abandonment to Jesus, my sweet Savior and crucified spouse, leaving him at complete liberty to do with me as he wishes. Mother Scholastica went through lots of hardships to become the woman of great power of our time. She is a person of deep faith and total abandonment to God's will. Like St. Paul, who speaks of conflict between flesh and spirit in one of her letters, asking the advice from the founder how to battle between the flesh and the spirit. Mother Scholastica writes, I confess that I had a great desire to suffer for God, but my weakness is so great that it makes me fearful. Each day I feel I tell Jesus to do with me as he wills, that I fear nothing because he is with me. But it is not true. In the recesses of my soul, there is always a question mark. Who knows how I will have the strength to embrace all that he sends me. This shows the strength and her character and holiness of life. She is not only a virtuous and honest woman, she is also a responsible woman, like Mary, who carried Jesus through the world through her daily practices of life. Mother Scholastica sanctified her daily routine through her prayer and sacrifices by becoming a Eucharistic soul. All her thoughts, prayer, and actions enable her to see the face of God in others. She became a grain of wheat to prepare the Eucharistic host, like Saint Paul, who said, "It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me." The people who had a personal interaction while she was alive testify that she is a woman of deep interior silence, great faith, and habitual smiles. Those who sought her intercession in prayer received the graces they sought for. Some of the qualities that I admire in her are her keen interest on young people, her ability to enter into and understand their reality, her listening attitude, simple lifestyle, her capacity to communication with people of all walks of life. What message does Life of Mother Scholastica offer to us today? In a world where even the so-called religious person shun suffering, humiliation, and self-immolation, and look for self-promotion, self-glorification, live in an attitude of I, me, and nothing else matters. Mother Scholastica stands as a beacon of light, inviting us to live a life of simplicity and pure joy. To the world that seeks for quick fix to problems and difficulties through addictions, drinks, overwork, and media use, her answer is, Lord, you alone that is enough for me. Like Saint Paul who said, His grace is sufficient for me. She adopted as her life's mantra the words of Saint Teresa of Avila. Let nothing disturb you, nothing scare you. Everything will go away. God alone doesn't move. Patience achieves everything, but whoever has God lacks nothing. God alone is enough. Hence, I feel that everyone can live the ordinary life in an extraordinary manner like Mother Scholastica and become a model to others to follow Jesus, the Divine Master. She lived a healthy, joyful, happy, and serene life up to 90 years. Today is her 34th death anniversary, and we fondly remember her with great love.
Solo tu mi basterai, solo tu mi basterai.